uh, Twitter just had this major upgrade, and I don't have it yet. I guess they will take some time to roll out the features over days, weeks, God knows how long. But to me, it feels like finally Jack Dorsey, who was ousted by Evan Williams, is back where he needed to be the entire time. Uh, I'm hugely biased in favor of the founder CEO. For example, I think Larry Page should have been CEO of Google from the very beginning. Eric Smith should have been Chief Operating Officer, something like that. And I'm glad he's in the saddle now. But I mean, no disrespect for Eric Smith, but I don't think should ever have been CEO. And that's extra true for Twitter. In Twitter's case, I mean, I thought damage was done. Twitter didn't quite grow in terms of features the way Facebook grew during that same time period, because Facebook's founding CEO stayed CEO. Nobody ousted Mark Zuckerberg, and you could argue that Jack Dorsey, I guess he exhibited some lack of confidence in that. I mean, he didn't launch Twitter, right? He went to work for Evan Williams, team up with him, and was doing other stuff. And Twitter was almost like an afterthought. Like they're like, okay, hey, let's have a brainstorming session, and then this guy's like, you know what? I tried this thing 5-6 years ago, and it went nowhere, and maybe I should try that now. So this is not somebody who believed in Twitter as much as he should have, and maybe if he had, that ousting by Evan Williams thing might not have happened. Anyways, now that you can embed tweets, like you can embed YouTube videos, I mean, this would have been there a long time ago. Tweets have a unique place. It's like a picture. It's a snapshot of a moment, of a thought, and it's richer than most pictures out there, because maybe they have links. It's a thought. There's so much you can pack into 140 characters. Even if you don't have links, if it is just a thought, it's a unit. It's an atom. And so I'm so glad. I mean, I've been embedding tweets at my blog for a long time now, but I use external services, and they generate a lot of code. And compared to that, YouTube gives you this one line of code, and you can embed an entire video into your blog post. Now when they roll this out of Twitter, I expect to see something simple like that. Like you copy this 1-2 line code and you embed the tweet in your blog post, and that would be nice. This is a big one. This is a big one. I'm a huge fan of Twitter, and I never thought Twitter might be displaced by. Well, by never I mean like after I got converted, because for the longest time I was not on Twitter. I didn't get it, and then in February 2009, coincidentally the same day that Demi Moore signed up, I signed up. I didn't know she signed up. She signed up on the same day, much later, going backwards. So, and once I got converted big time, and I still use Twitter every day. I send out tweets every day, like at least half a dozen, maybe more like 10 tweets a day, something like that. It's like if I read something, I don't tweet every article I read, but many articles that I read, I tweet them out. I'm like, if there's anybody out there who is following me, and if you want to know what I'm reading today, here, this is what I'm reading today. That's the angle I come from. Well, the embed thing is big, but what I really want from Twitter is like the ability to be able to at least be able to search through my tweets. I think I have about 30,000 tweets by now, but I want to be able to search through that. It's like the way I used to use Delicious. It should be like a bookmarking thing. If there's an article that I read 6 months ago and I shared with people, I should be able to dig it back out. And it would be Twitter. If you would let me do that, that would be my Dropbox. I mean, I don't save files, like Word documents or images or video clips. For me, the tweet with the words and the link, that's most of what I want to save in my personal repository. So Twitter, I want it to be my Dropbox, and it would be my Dropbox if it would let me search through all my tweets. I mean, how hard is that? It's all on your server. If Google can help me search through the entire web of billions of websites on millions of servers, maybe you can help me search through stuff that's on your server. How hard is that? So far it has been, but I hope they work on that next. Like being able to search through all my tweets, and then being able to search through all tweets by everybody. Granted, there's a lot of tweets out there, but I mean that's a challenge. Like, can you let me visualize many tweets at once? So, I mean that's how Twitter could grow. If Twitter wants to grow really big, that's what it will have to do. It will. Granted, they then let you access more than the newest. I think it's 3,000 tweets, but at least they have not destroyed the old tweets, so they are there. They just are not accessible, and so I mean it has to be done. And that's I think that's Jack Dorsey's next challenge. He has to do it, get this done. Once you can search through all tweets that was ever tweeted, I mean that's Twitter to the power of. I mean Twitter's value goes up by at least 10, a factor of 10 at least. I think that's how big that move would be. And then not just searching through tweets, but like, I mean, if I want to make sense of a million tweets, reading through a million tweets makes no sense, right? I mean, I wouldn't be reading a million tweets. I mean, what's the point? But Twitter has to spit back. I mean, it should be able to like visualize those million tweets for me. Say, okay, these are a million tweets that showed up in your search results for this particular search, and if you want to digest that in like one infographic in a minute, here, this is the infographic that we generated for you. So that spitting back thing has to happen at some point. Although, I mean, what's the point? If I can only consume one tweet at a time, what's the point in generating billions of tweets? Twitter probably generates a billion tweets per day, or every few days, or maybe every week. But if you can generate all those tweets, what's the point if you can't make sense of all of them? Twitter, it's not just about this one tweet that I tweet out or that one tweet that comes to me from people I follow. I want to be able to access tweets of people that I don't follow if they fall in my topic of interest. So that search thing where like Twitter goes and makes sense of all the tweet that I ever tweeted, I mean that would be a big move. That would like make Twitter really go mainstream, like in many ways. I mean, Twitter is not Facebook today. It's not Google. It's not that big. It feels big in the tech crowd, but in terms of like the mainstream user on the planet, Twitter does not quite exist. And Twitter could do things that these other services can't. For example, Twitter could make its presence felt on mobile phones, non-smartphones, in a way that Facebook and Google can't. I mean, Facebook and Google could not end up being SMS-based only services, but Twitter was designed that way. Twitter, before the smartphone came along, Twitter was like this SMS thing that you did on the web, right? So, well, you reverse engineer that and really go and conquer the phones, the mobile phone space. So it's like before graphical user interface came along, you had to type in commands, and that's how the computer responded to you. You didn't have this mouse or this touch thing or gesture. Like I think with the SMS could prove something similar, meaning you should be able to command everything. Like your big computer, your servers, like you should be able to command big things through SMS. But that's a different topic, and that's not just Twitter. That's a whole different topic.